Haume, welcome to another video lesson. My name is Josh. Today we're going to be looking at intransitive verbs in Northern Paiute. What the heck is an intransitive verb? Well, they are verbs that have no specific direct object. No direct object specified. Well, what the heck does that mean? Let's look at some examples really quick. In English, he is hunting the deer. This is a transitive sentence here with the transitive verb hunting. What this means is that the object of hunting, in other words, what is being hunted, is specified. What is being hunted? The deer. If you have this specification of what is being hunted or what is being affected, the recipient of the verb, it's transitive. However, an intransitive verb does not specify. Okay, so he is hunting. This is intransitive. There's no specification, no explicit reference of what is being hunted. That is an intransitive verb, and that is the topic of today's lesson. So let's look at the examples, as always, from multiple dialects. So this is the English or the Paiute translation now of he is hunting deer. It says usu katuhucha huawai. So huawai, that is the verb hunting, right? What is being hunted? Is it specified? Yes, it is. It is katuhucha, the deer. So this is transitive. Now, to form an intransitive in Paiute, it is not as simple as just removing deer to have he is hunting, as we can do in English. No, there's another step that needs to be done. But it's very simple. Here it is. Usu te huawei. Usu te huawei. Notice, he is hunting. There is a prefix, tu, that is required, prefix to the verb. Huawei becomes te huawei. That indicates transitive. There's no direct object specified. We don't know what is being hunted now. It could be anything. More examples. Masato ajuna jakui. That means she sews gloves, or she often sews gloves, something like that. So here, what is being sewed? What is she sewing? Masato, gloves. So that is a transitive. To form an intransitive, though, remember, you add the tu prefix to ajuna jakui. She sews. Very, very simple. Keep in mind, though, this part perhaps can be tricky. Something like this, where she says, or someone says, I am sewing with thread. You can have a prepositional phrase or an instrumental phrase like here, indicating what you are sewing with. I'm sewing with thread. I am using thread to sew. That's not a transitive sentence. So you still need to have this tu prefix in this case, because you still don't know what is being sewed. All she's saying is, I am sewing with thread. So keep that in mind. You still need the tu prefix in cases like this. More examples. Usu I unina bo. Usu I unina bo. She wrote what I said. Bo'o is the verb to write. Usu te bo. She writes. Usu te bo. She writes. Very simple. Little fun fact, a little bit of extra credit here. You use this tu prefix also along with another suffix, I'll explain right now, to form nouns sometimes. For example, pencil. Remember the verb that we just looked at, bo'o, to write, bo'o. And then the tu prefix indicating writing something, no indication, no specifying what is being written. And then this noo suffix, nu, is a suffix that indicates the instrument used to complete the verb or to accomplish the verbal action. So the verbal action here is writing. And now you have this instrumental suffix indicating this is an instrument for writing. and then the tu prefix indicating for writing something, nothing specified. And so what that means basically is just a pencil, or technically I guess you could also use it to refer to a pen or something else for writing. Another one is tubomago. So same as the above, tubo, so it's dealing with writing something, but mago, that's a word for bag. So it means envelope. All right, back to some examples. Utukana bishakuwaya means chew your food well. But if you want to make it intransitive, just saying he or she is eating or chewing, what do? Usutuguwaya. He or she is chewing. You may have noticed that K in the verb kutwaya changed to a G down below in the intransitive example. That's just because oftentimes voiceless sounds like a K, 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 or a T, 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 or a P, 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 p. In certain contexts with other sounds around it, those voiceless sounds can become voiced. So the k, k becomes a g, 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 tugutwaya. He is chewing. Another example, kai iguatipana. Kai iguatipana. Don't shoot me, or don't shoot at me. Here, deguatina igya. Give me what you shot. So there's a couple things going on here. One, the te prefix changed to a d. That's exactly what I had mentioned beforehand on the previous example. The t is voiceless. T, t. It can become voiced d, d, in a certain environment, certain sounds around it. So keep that in mind. Deguatina igya. Give me what you shot. What did he shoot? Or what did she shoot? It's not specified. That's why the verb guati has the prefix de in front of it. Another example, sudoga aohohiwi. The dog is digging up his bone. But if you want to say the dog is digging, what do? Sudoga, what comes next? Think about it. The verb is hiwi. So sudoga tuhiwi. Sudoga tuhiwi. You just add the prefix to it. The dog is digging. What is he digging? We don't know. He's just digging. Okay, here we're going to look at a series of a little dialogue, a little conversation. So you can see again some differences between transitive and intransitive. First, this question, hima kuhani. What are you cooking? So kuhani is one example of how to say cook in some dialects. Kuhani. What are you cooking? So before we get to the answer, just keep in mind there's no tu prefix here. And that's because even though at this point we don't know what is being cooked, grammatically speaking and syntactically speaking, it has a direct object here. The direct object is hima. It is what. You are cooking what. Another way to say it is you are cooking something. Something, or this what, hima, is the grammatical or syntactical direct object of the verb cook here. So it's a little tricky, but just keep that in mind. That's why there is no tu prefix here. The answer, kamid nukuhani. I'm cooking meat. So clearly the object of cook is specified here. It's meat. What are you cooking? Meat. Kamid. But now look at this example. Haka udekuhani kuti. Haka udekuhani kuti. Who are you cooking for? So now the tu is required. Because in this case, we don't know what is being cooked. We don't have any grammatical, syntactical direct object involved. We just know someone is being cooked for. We don't know who is being cooked for. That's the question. Who are you cooking for? but there's no direct object. Who is not a direct object here. It's just, who are you cooking for? You're cooking something for someone, and I want to know who that someone is. You may be wondering, what is this kute, kuti, kuti? That is a suffix that indicates you're doing something for someone else. So who are you cooking for? And the answer is, I am cooking for them. So the answer now is you're cooking for someone, for them, but you still don't know in this little short sentence what is being cooked for. Sure, in the grand context, you know meat is being cooked, but this individual sentence is what's important. You don't know what is being cooked here in this sentence. Nothing is specified. So that is why the tu prefix is required. Keep in mind, some verbs are naturally intransitive, and so you do not require the tu prefix. For example, ne miawun, I'm coming. Where are you coming to? Nothing specified. But you do not put the tu in front of it. Ne te miawun. No, you do not do that. It's just ne miawun. Another example is ne te kawun. I am eating. Now, eating very much, is a transitive verb, because we want to know what are you eating. But you still do not say ne te kawun. No, do not do that. It's just ne te kawun. Also keep in mind that some verbs change meaning by adding the tu prefix to it. For example, puni means to see or to look, but de puni means to wake up or to be awake. Another is nia, mean to name or to call, but de nia can mean to read. So how do you know which verbs are naturally intransitive, like de ka, or how do you know which verbs change meaning by adding the prefix? You just got to be constantly receiving an intake of verbs. And so thank you very much. Matnu Sapa, that is all for today. Hope you have a good day. Until next time, Puniwa. See you later.